So anyway, the first person I'm going to introduce is Jen Harbin. Sold books 6 summers, ran orgs with me 4 of those 6. Her first summer as a walker sold over 4,000 units, her first summer as a walker. She's the wife of Grit.org founder, who you're going to hear from next, Brian Harbin. She's the backbone of what has helped them launch this organization, which is a culmination of each of their passion and purpose to help build more grit in young people. Mrs. Jen Harbin.
Thank you. Good afternoon. It's a great day to be a bookman, isn't it? All right. This is what I've been doing for the past little bit, and I love my job. I am a homemaker. I'm a dream weaver. I'm really a logistics and sanitation expert. I plan stuff, and I clean stuff. Most of the stuff is bodily fluids coming from children's faces in some way, but I love my job. And nothing prepared me for the job I have now more than selling books and recruiting teams. And the most important team to me is my marriage to my husband, Brian Harbin. And just like so many things, it all began on a Southwestern Sizzler so many years ago. We actually did not meet on the Southwestern Sizzler. I saw him on the Southwestern Sizzler, so this was after my first summer. This was after his 3rd summer, and I saw him on the Carnival cruise boat, and I said to my roommate, who was my roommate from my first summer, I said, "Deanne, that is the cutest boy I've ever seen. I'm gonna marry him." Oh, that's such a sweet response. I was thinking like, psycho, stalker. And I kind of said it as a joke, or did I? Or had I really learned the power of positive affirmations? I'm so grateful for this job, for the 3 G's. And in my marriage, my husband and I are so grateful for the grind, the daily grind, the habit of doing the thing you don't feel like doing, especially when you don't want to do it. Because it is the right thing to do, because it is what you should do. We are so grateful for that in our marriage every single day. Because in the beginning, it's all fun, and then a few years in, you might be taken back to those moments where you didn't feel like doing something. In college, I didn't feel like getting up at 4:30 in the morning and leaving the Theta house to go to crew practice when everybody was coming in to the Theta house from going out the night before. I didn't feel like taking a cold shower. I'm not one of those people, I did not like the cold showers when I was doing this. I am a South Florida girl. You guys from Minnesota and Nebraska, my hat is off to you. You guys are rock stars. I am so weak. When it goes below 70 degrees, I've got a parka on, I've got 10 layers of clothes. I'm so grateful for the grind, for the habit of doing what you don't want to do. And one of those huge habits of doing what you don't want to do is getting control of your attitude when you need to, okay? So the one on the left there, the one in the back, he's the middle one, okay? Just turned 10. My husband and I took him to Universal Studios for his 10th birthday. Just us, just him. And we're like, what do you want to do? So all the rides, we do all the rides. Well, he found a ride that he loved. Get on this ride, loves this ride. It's kind of like, you guys have been to Disney World, it's like Splash Mountain mixed with Big Thunder Mountain, right? So you get soaking wet on this thing, there's no avoiding it, and it's also very rickety. So what happens when you're on the ride, at least 5 points, is you're in like a log. The ride comes to like, not a screeching halt, but a jerking. So you're like jerking back and forth, and then your back hits this bar behind you. Now for my little 10-year-old, that was so much fun. Oh, let's do it again. Loved it. For my husband and I, who are some years old, it was a different story. Okay, we're soaking wet, we get it done. I'm like, awesome. Ride is over, wonderful, fantastic, best trip ever. Okay, my kid is loving it. I'm like, great, check that off. He's like, all right, let's do it again. I didn't feel like doing it again. I don't want to do this again. This was so painful. And again, to you Minnesota people, I'm a total wimp. The day had gone on, it was colder, it's freezing cold, we're soaking wet. It's all he wants to do all day long is go on this ride again. So, my husband, the rock star that he is, there he is after we've gone on this ride for about 10 times. That's him with his back being jerked around all day long, soaking wet. And I gotta say this too. Controlling your attitude is part of mental toughness, right? It's one of those things that we have to do. There is no man on this planet that is mentally tougher than my husband. So he can handle this ride. I needed a little bit more of an attitude adjustment. I was not excited about it, but he was. And a flashback to the book field. I'm writing all the things down that I'm not excited about. Or in recruiting, all the things down that I'm not excited about. Now I'm focusing on that. I'm focusing on my back and how freezing I am and how he just wants to keep going on this ride over and over again. And I remember being on the book field going, hey, stop it. Suck it up, buttercup. Why don't you write down the things that you are grateful for right now? I'm here on this trip with my 10-year-old. It's just us and him. And he couldn't be any happier than he is right now that we keep taking him on this ridiculous ride that is sending my back into oblivion. And I was so grateful for that moment that I was transferred back to the book field to get myself in order and to spend the rest of the trip focusing on all of the blessings of that trip. So I'm grateful for that grind. I am so grateful for the growth. The grind I'm grateful for because it anchored me into doing all of the things throughout my life that I didn't necessarily want to do. I am grateful for the growth because it formed me. Next child, a couple weeks ago, I get a phone call. I'm brought back to the book field again. I get a phone call from my little kid's school. And they said, you need to come in. He had a little kerfuffle on the playground, and he's got a little injury we need to deal with. So we go in, sure enough, head's a little sliced open. So a couple staples later in his head, oh my gosh, I'm back on the book field again. And I remember, I'm sure there's at least one person in here that may have had some sweet little first-year roommates, and you guys got to get to your HQ, and that HQ is less than Instagram worthy, right? It's like just a little less than cozy, and you walk in, and I remember this was my third summer, and I've got a couple adorable first years. They went on to be top first years. They were so adorable, and we're at this place, and this is it. This is where we're like, we're starting tomorrow. We are living here. This is the deal. And they look around, and in my mind, I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. We can't stay here. We can't. Oh my God, this is awesome. This is exactly what we want. And it is? Are you sure? Oh, yes, girls. I've done it. I've done this before, have I not? Yes, you have. This is what we want. This is the exact place. Perfect. Don't worry about all the cats. Don't worry about it. This is perfect. This is what we want. Don't worry about the cat litter on where we're going to sleep on the ground on a sun porch. Don't worry about that. It's not big. No, it's great. It's fantastic. Well, my little guy looks at me like, he couldn't see it, but he had seen a lot of blood coming out, and he could feel it. And thank you, Southwestern, for giving me that nugget to go back to remember my sweet roommates and look at my sweet little guy and go, this is awesome, buddy. You know this, the Staple Fairy's gonna come. When you get those out, the Staple Fairy's gonna come, you put them under your pillow, and she pays way better than the Tooth Fairy. He was like, yes! Unfortunately, he's like, well, wait, maybe I should. So if I do this again, I'm like, no, we're not gonna do this again. The Staple Fairy comes once, we're good, we've moved on from that, we're not doing it again. The growth. So the growth forms you. Every single time I was pushed out of my comfort zone, and you guys all know this, you have your comfort zone, you get to it, and now you gotta expand it again. Then you get to that. Then you gotta expand it again, and then you gotta push yourself again to the next thing. I am not the most patient person, and I have a label maker, I label things. I'm totally neurotic, obviously. And so he turned 6, and he wants a cake, right? I'm like, what kind of cake you want? I'll make you want a dragon? I can do that. What do you want? I want a football cake. Great. I want to make it. Now, with your first child, you will have chickens in the backyard, and you're using the eggs. You're going to grow the wheat in a field and make it. You're going to, you know what I mean? You're making it all from scratch. You've got all day in the kitchen. Let's do this. The third one, listen, we got other children to pick up. Can we get a box mix? No, he wants to make it. All right, we're going to make it. So we make it. And he wants to make he's a big Miami Dolphins fan. So he wants to make his own football. And, of course, because I'm a neurotic mess, there he is making his football cake. I know, so sweet, right? And we had places to be, okay? We do. And I'm going back to watching my sweet roommates, my sweet recruits, doing their approach, doing the demo, and being like, they're doing great, they're doing great. They're doing great, they're doing great. And I also remembered holding information sessions. And I immediately thought, man, I cannot imagine what Keon Ostavar must have gone through watching me just butcher this thing in front of all these all these prospects. Those guys all would have gone out and sold 10,000 units if I hadn't done the information session. But guess what? That's not true. You've got to go through that growth. That's just not true. You've got to go through it. And he sat there and just let me do it. And I am so grateful for that. There's his cake at the end, even put some green icing on the bottom. So grateful. Here's the last child. Okay. He's actually in Tallahassee right now. He's going to be running a race. This is my oldest, my baby, okay? And he makes me really grateful for Southwestern because he'll be 15 in a month. And so I need to use all of these things, okay? He's a very sweet kid. Like I said, he's a runner. He's running on the varsity team as a 9th grader. So proud of him. Sweet kid, kind person. Just if you had a daughter, you would want your daughter to date this boy. I hope. He is also, like I said, approaching 15 and in love with himself. Just thinks the world of himself. Give me a, hey mirror, are you there? My husband and I talk to him in front of a mirror now because we know he's going to look at us if we're standing in front of a mirror. I do love him though. And so I'm using all of the, it's funny because teenagers, even though he's a great kid, can be a little mentally unstable. Like he goes into Mrs. Jones mode. Like they can be as unhinged as Mrs. Jones if you catch him at the wrong time. Just like if you catch Mrs. Jones at the wrong time, right? Hey, bud, I need the garbage taken out. What is this, communist China? That's not how that works. No, it's not. It's just the garbage. Hey, Jessica, I'm Jen. I was like, how did you know I was here? Who did you talk to over here? It's all right, it's okay. Just, you know what? And I went back, I was drawn back into the book field, and I remember the force field. Yes, fine, just bounce right off. Just bounce right off. The grind anchored me, the growth formed me, and the guys blessed me. And you all you book girls know, guys, all of us, you know what I mean? My pronouns are book and girl, okay? We're all good with that, right? We know. So the guys in Southwestern, like this one right here, every time I face a fear, I can hear Mark Rao's voice, my sales manager, the greatest sales manager in the history of Southwestern, saying, girl, you better run to that storm. You better not be the cow. You better be that buffalo and just get on through it. I'm like, I don't know if I can do it. But I do it. And I am so grateful for every single one of you in this room because you're doing the exact same thing. You, in my opinion, today we have so much more access to people and services and things that we've ever had in the history of our planet. And at the same time, we are so much more disconnected than we've ever been. And you all are taking those two things and bringing them together. You are the next generation that is going to pass all this stuff that was passed on to me that I didn't invent any of it. I'm passed along to someone else. You guys are doing that for yourselves, for other people. And I'm so grateful that you're here to figure out how to recruit the best team and bring more people into this. Have more people come to love the grind and love the growth and bless other guys. I am so grateful for every one of you. So no matter what your goal is for sales or recruiting, no matter where you are or what you're thinking of this next summer, what that's going to hold for you, what that means for you, I am just thankful that you're here. I am grateful that you're here because the grind is going to anchor you, the growth will form you, and you guys are going to bless each other. So thank you.